Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another routine butt slap of Tingle's Rosy Rupeeland, picked freshly I shall have you know, and it's finally time for us to make a deposit at the Royal Bank of Pond. Now, in order to get a reaction, we need a sum total of 650 in there, but remember, I already gave him my 10% in the first episode, so we only need to put in 640 to prompt a response. Trust me, I tested this off screen and then reverted my save, so don't you worry. But what's going to happen? Are we going to get one step closer to Rupeeland? Are we going to go straight to Rupeeland? So much the better! What is going to happen? The pond is glittering. We are making progress in life. Height? You raise me up so that I can don't know this song? I can don't know this song. Plot twist. The pond is actually polite applause. The pond is a golf clap. Yep, turns out it's a bit more than just a pond.
Bravo, Tingle, I still can't do this voice. Surprised, the pool is really the top of a giant tower. It has been awoken by the rupee's power and will continue to grow. It will take you through the clouds, up, 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 all the way to the paradise that is Rupeeland, which may or may not be on the moon. Go to the other side of the pool and look at the world below. 3 meters below, to be exact. Also that there is a lift in case you couldn't tell. It's a very fancy tower. We have lifts. Quite a view, isn't it? From up here, you get a bird's eye view of the world from 3 meters off the ground. Don't you feel happy that you are one step closer to Rupeeland? As the tower grows, the view from up here will get back.
Ow, my entire throat.
That means if you jump from here, you can go to faraway places. A new world awaits you. Take a deep breath, Tingle, and jump!
I'm hoping that he knows that we have Tingle's balloon trip of love. So yes, we can now go to Sunshine Seashore, the first destination on the first continent. As it turns out, yes, we have a Tingle balloon trip of love. So we can jump off this 3-meter high tower without going kaploppity splat. Hi Tingle, it's me, Pinkle. I've done some research on this area. This is Sunshine Seashore. Expect me to give you this little introduction every single time you go to a new place. The town is nearby, and it seems quite safe. But you have to be careful. You're no fighter. Excuse you, we fought an entire bug. Good luck. Enjoy exploring. See you. Guy with a head. Excuse you with your entire head. What are you doing? Excuse you? Excuse you? Look what I found! Finders keepers! Whatever I pick up is mine! It cost you 50 rupees! And this annoying voice! Do you want to pay me? Well, I don't really want to, but we sort of need this and it'll pay dividends. And pay dividends, is that an expression? Here you go! We got a map. I sort of forgot how you get the maps. I think it's just this guy. Can I mark you on the map, though? No? You're going to leave? Well, fine. Well, on the other side, we also saw a familiar face over here. Aber. Abba. Abba? Well, still, but I don't know how to voice, so yes, I'm still breathing, thank you, please. Well, well, well. I thought you'd be dead by now. I should have given you more credit. Do you remember everything I taught you? It's all about footwork, footwork, footwork. You don't remember a thing I said, do you? Last time it was just toys. This time I've got the real thing for you. This is how all fighters talk. It's just the law. It's time for your next training session. Sure. You and your footwork. Okay, that's the spirit. When you battle monsters, they sometimes draw items like bows and meat, right? Yes, we're already aware of this. The number of items varies depending on the way you fight. Do you notice? Yes, I noticed. I can tutorial better than you can. The way I am listening, I know the beans. God, it's exhausting voicing these characters. But yes, teaching me things I already knew about how to game. So yes, footwork, which sounds an awful lot like another word entirely. You know, that word that begins with F and ends in uck, the American word for fire engine, of course. Okay, fine, I'll fight one. Oh no, it's an actual monster this time, except it's a big boy. That only cost us 3 rupees, and even then, right at the end, if I tapped a bit faster, that might have cost us nothing. Aba, shut up, I want to collect my bone. Okay, Aba, what more have you to say? Today's main lesson, 5 children. 5 children. Bash 5 okay, fine, I'm aware. I want to have my rewardsies. You know, I want to burn their little handsies, because that's a recurring joke whenever I do tutorial things on this channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Notice that the price goes up, but not proportionally. So it's not like, oh, it costs 3 rupees to fight one of them, so it costs 15 to fight 5. No, it goes up a small amount, and look at how much the reward changes. Not that you haven't already seen this in the first dungeon, but hey. So, that's another thing to consider. Finding battle partners, because remember, we've made deals with Teddy Todo. We know that we can have friends who can assist us in the field of combat. We can engage in combat. But the enemies ramp up faster than we do, because Tingle never gets any kind of upgrade or anything. Like, his fighting skill is endurance. That's his one selling point. Well, that and you can control him. But you're only as strong as your wallet, basically. You only have as much battle power as rupees in your pocket, so you're gonna want... Oh, we have 777. Lucky. You're going to want to find a friend as soon as you can. Meanwhile, this looks like a thing on the map, so I suppose we ought to... Also, now we can finally do the thing to return home. Excuse you. Excuse you. There we go. It didn't like my circles. Well, like this, how about? Why don't? The pieces were there. Anyway, interact with it, and much like the fish rock, it sort of has a reaction, and this time we get Wakame seaweed. Like edamame, but Wakandan. Hakuna Wakanda. Yeah, why not? Also, there's a turtle. Bless you. That's where shells come from, right? Very nearly... Excuse you. Excuse you. I will excuse myself as many times... I was slightly off again. I'm not going to blame the perspective. It just takes a bit of getting used to work out what the relativistic boob time is between where the thing is on the map and where you should draw it. Because you should draw it where it is, obviously, but you'll get used to it, he says, knowing that you're not the one playing. I'm playing unless you're playing along with me. Ooh, hello, friend. Do you need assistance? Fishing around here, I caught some seaweed. But I'd love to catch some precious gems. So yeah, you can hurl yourself into the... Hello, pelvic thrust man. You can throw yourself into the water. Occasionally, you'll dredge up some seaweed. Even more rarely, you will bring up gems. But now's not really the time for that. So, Mr. Thrusty, can you be helped? Hey, 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 the name's Duke. How do you do? All the bridges are broken. It's my job to go around fixing them. And the YMCA, I don't know if they can take an adult's weight, so I've closed them all. If you want this bridge repaired, show me how much you want it. I don't even know what voice I'm doing here. I bet a bridge here would come in mighty useful. He wants 99, just give him that. Not even 100. Just one off a hundo. So, as if his outfit wasn't bad enough, he has some really efficient bridge work that just makes the thing go boop, and suddenly it's fixed, and then... Boom, boom, boom. There's that. Yeah, I don't really have any words for that either. There we go. The bridge has been repaired. Who does that sound like? Now you can walk to town. I'm gonna work on another bridge. Take care of yourself. Well, that sure did just happen. Huh. So yes, that's another thing. You notice that there are 4 places, I think, including Hometown Prairie, attached to what is called the first continent. Oh, look, little bugs. Well, fight me, children. Children, fight me. Just statement of fact. Children, fight me. You there. Now, these don't do much damage. They do 1 and then 2. And tap on them, kill them, get ground shells. We're going to need these very soon, so just keep an eye on your totals of ground shells. And also keep an eye out for any potential things you might want to mark on your map. At the moment, there's nothing over here, so this was a bit of a waste of a wander. I've already got my... Oh, yes. So you might notice that the map is one contiguous thing from bottom to top, and this is just the first or second area if you count Hometown Prairie. Well, there are bridges connecting all of them. Well, not all of them, but all the ones on what is called the first continent. And here's another bridge here. And obviously the next time we raise up the tower, because spoilers, ooh, thin beard. Every time you get to a new area, well, you need to raise the tower to another height. And once you get to the next new area, you can build a bridge from there to a previous area. Because supposedly, excuse you, that is rather rude. Okay, so you do need to sort of be quick in and out with these. It can be done. You just need to tap really quickly and aggressively. I couldn't really explain how that's done, but those do sell for a pretty penny. So, yeah. Every time you donate to the tower and it increases in height, supposedly, that's only for a limited time. I have never known the tower to shrink, but apparently it does. I really could not attest that. 100! Thank you, Starfish. And before we forget, let's also mark that on our mappy poo. We are halfway there. This is going to take us beyond the halfway mark. Supposedly the tower shrinks, so if you have a bridge, obviously the bridge doesn't go away. So if the tower does, by some small unmiracle, shrink, you will always have a way back to other areas. Those rock monsters, don't fight them. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I can't attest to how much damage they do, but I seem to recall them doing a fair fuck. So just leave them be for now. Danger. Yeah. But the key word there is tackling a monster alone. Find a friend. And I'm not talking about this kind of friends. Also, there's crabs over there. We should probably also deal with those. But first, deal with one fight at a time. Don't forget, of course, it might seem like you're losing money in having these fights, but you can turn the bombs into fireworks. Turn the bones into fireworks, I'm sorry. And then sell those for a healthy little profit, and everyone just has a fantastic time in so doing. Anyway, what does this sign say? Well, it's an arrow, but somehow it says, having trouble with monsters, walk this way, talk this way. Ooh, another crabby crew. It's the crabby crew. We could get a big old pile of friends here. A puddle o' flage. So note that they don't do that much damage by themselves. These enemies are a bit on the aggressive side, so they will run towards you. And it is worth noting, first of all, that was a huge clusterfuck of enemies. It cost us relatively little to get the squad together there. Okay. Also, I think that the deal with these clams is if you go in too quickly, then they react and object. You need to wait for them to be fully open, otherwise they'll just close on a whim. So you do need to be careful and aggressive. It's worth getting these. I believe they sell for 150 each. I might have to double check. Ooh, hi, man. The rocks speak to me, man. I hear their voices in my heart. That cracked rock's terrified of the day it will be smashed into dust. But don't worry, Rock. Nothing on this continent is dangerous enough to do harm to you. That's a worryingly good hint. Nothing on this continent. We will be getting something eventually that will allow us to destroy Rocky Ruse, and this is not that time. Now, here's another sign. Just, again, advising us to walk this way. I'm not going to, because look, we have a ball. Let's have a ball with this ball. If you interact with it, it'll spit out rupees. I was tapping on it multiple times. I don't know if you have to, but these are basically just if I could draw the right circle. This is something to consider for your map. I believe there's one in every area. We've completed the map, so... Also, there's a bridge. There are two bridges here. I forgot to mention that. This is the one that connects to the area to the north. I forget. I think the other one is a bridge back down from a different... I forget how the other area looks, to be honest. Paper? Papers, please. Ninja? Can you be helped? Do not disturb me. I'll let you off this time. But be warned, if you ever disturb this ninja master again, you won't be forgiven. Don't forget what I say. Seems like a well-adjusted individual. Down here we have more crabs. I will destroy the crabs. I will eat the crabs. I will become the crabs. Now, wait and then rush in and steal friend. I'm getting better at this. And it only cost me 26 rupees to figure out how to find a house. Okay, here's a ladder which we can climb up. It doesn't connect to the ground, but you can still climb up it because Tingle is taller than the height of a small toddler. Crabs. And I'm tapping the entire time, but really I want to get a big old fuck pile going on here of enemy fights. And it is profitable. Look at how profitable it be, he says, not being entirely sure of how truly he speaks. Whereas these flying enemies, 3 and 4. We just paid 7 rupees for a pile of minced meat. You need to sort of think of battles in terms of transactions. There's nothing for us up there, by the way. We were just there. There was nothing of value there. Trust me. Hello there, Sabrosian from Oracle of Seasons.
Greetings, sir. Will you care to enter this fine establishment? Need a strong, brave friend to join you on your adventure and share the danger with you? Then this is the place for you, the Bodyguard Salon. Have a look for yourself. Go ahead, follow the path on the right.
So yeah, you see that sort of happy muscle man on the map? There's one of these in every area. That middle hut is where you hire bodyguards to assist you. There's also friends here. So this is probably just going to be an explanation. They call themselves the Salona. They used to be Sabrosians. In case you've never played the Oracle games. I think there was like a Sabrosian in Oracle of Ages, but they were mostly in Oracle of Seasons, just as predominantly important characters. Anyway, they say look for the Salon. When I played this game for myself as a youth, because it came out in like 2006, I didn't really bother with the bodyguards. I was too stingy. Also, the beds look like dolphins. You can't unsee this now, but like the eye and the bottle snoot. Yes, I would like to know things. So sometimes the flying pigs will drop valuable fur. So do keep an eye out for various spoils and materials and what such like diddly-ho. You may be able to make even more of a profit on them than previously suspectorated. Inside this house, we have a whole swarm of friends.
Hey! Listen! Wait a minute. Haven't you forgotten? Hey! Where's your hood? Don't you know the rules of the club?
Have we walked in on a cult by any chance? No, it's just the Salona. Yes, this is our first time encountering my Salona. I don't even like that song. So, this is the fan club consisting of Salona. I've heard that the hoods just sort of chew when they speak. So, this is how you tutorial a way to understanding bodyguards and such like. So explain to me, because these guys actually talk for free, so take advantage of that. As I've explained before, the bigger your dust cloud, the more items you get, but it costs more. So if you have a bodyguard with you, bring them into your dust cloud as well. Just the bigger your smoke cloud, the more items you get, and bodyguards count towards smoke cloud mass, sort of. Also, you'll just take less damage in general, so that's how that works. Hello and goodbye, sure. Are you going to welcome me to Moonside? I do indeed have a balloon. B-A-L-E-W-N. But your bodyguard does not. So, as you can infer from the fact that there are... Well, this is the first continent. There are multiple continents in this game. Bodyguards, with 3 exceptions... Well, about 3 exceptions... cannot travel between continents, and I don't think they can travel between areas that don't have bridges either. So, you can only ever have 1 bodyguard on you at a time ever, regardless of the continent you're on. But, as long as your contract with them is active, they will never forget you, so they will meet you every time you come back to this area. So for instance, if we hired a bodyguard right now, and then left without repairing the bridge, they wouldn't be able to follow us back home, but we could walk them back home if we wanted to. So, continent, contract, it makes perfect sense. What else is that tutorial? Okay, this is the first continent, as I said. There are other continents. Yeah, they can't travel. I literally just explained that. You going to explain anything else? What do you give up, sir? Are you going to give me freebies for giving up? No, you're just explaining your tutorial. Yeah, if your bodyguard, which we've seen Teddy Todo in action, if they run out of health, there are a couple of things. First of all, bodyguard corpses will stay in place until you get a new bodyguard, or if you rehire them. You can rehire them on the spot to refill their health, or there's something else you can give them we'll find very soon. But if you leave them incapacitated for too long, then, you know, if you hire a new bodyguard, then that'll terminate the possibility of getting a new contract. Bodyguards don't permanently die, though, so there's that to consider. Yeah. Also, they won't wait forever, so consider that. And, oh, that I forgot about. I literally just read, and I don't remember whether he said they won't hold a grudge or they will. Well, either way, just be careful. Also, apologize with an S because they localized this game, yum yum. So, there are 9 types of bodyguard, and they sort of come in like a Carroll diagram. There's small, medium, and large along one axis, and passive, aggressive, and assertive along the other. So, the various sizes can do various things. The small ones get into small spaces, the medium ones can pick locks and such like, and the large ones are just stronger. So there's that to consider. And then I'm imagining... Yes, I'm already aware of how to tap the things. And I'm assuming this last Salona will probably explain to us the other axis of that. Nope, you're explaining health. Okay, well, with passive, aggressive, and assertive types, the passive ones will only do what you tell them to do. You'll have to guide them around using the touchscreen. They will follow you automatically, but they won't initiate combat by themselves under any circumstances, I don't think. The assertive ones will ignore enemies unless you're fighting, in which case they'll come and join you, and Teddy Toto is the aggressive. He's a large aggressive. So, yeah. You just sort of spoiled that there are potions we can throw to recover. Either way, you can throw it at them or get them to get it. Anyway, aggressive ones will attack enemies that are on screen whether you're in combat or not. So that's a quick rundown of bodyguards. We'll get into more detail with those maybe in the next episode, maybe later. And again, you can bribe bodyguards to not be dead. So... Also, you can't heal them once they collapse. That's how these friends work. Now, to hire a bodyguard, you come in here. Here are 3 of them already. There are roughly 30 in the game, and you could talk to them. You have to pay, I think you have to pay commission to switch them out, and possibly another commission to talk to them, so I'm not going to bother with this just now, but here we have a small, a medium, and a large. And, well, there are 9 per continent, so there are 3 continents altogether. Spoilers. Hi, can you be helped? Now, it is very much worth talking to the Salona, well, anyone in general, because there is a chance they might have a recipe for you to buy or some other information that you could completely miss just by not talking to them. However, we don't need a bodyguard at present. We might need one later. But that's the last of the tutorials for the time being. So for now, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode, we're actually going to we're going to head back to town now, and when we get there, we'll have a couple of things to do. We need to turn in the map, obviously, and there might be a little bit of story progress for us. But for now, I've already outroed, so see you in the next episode of Tingle Tingle Kulu Limpa, I suppose. Goodbye.